Fala, seus aligenígenas, tudo bem com vocês? Sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no canal. Fala aí, jefinho, canal reformulado, 100% terror. Halloween chegou mais cedo. Esse é o título do vídeo, vamos ver, né? Se você ainda não é inscrito no canal, se inscreva, ative o sininho das notificações, deixa o seu like aí se você curtiu o vídeo, deixa os comentários aí do que você tá achando, se você tá curtindo esse novo formato. E vamos parar de enrolar, vamos pro que interessa. Bora pro vídeo, vamos ver essa história de Halloween aí.
Isn't it? Future in hand.
This first video on our list was uploaded to TikTok by Scared to Death Zero. In the very beginning of the clip, we see a sculpture known as the Future in Hand, which is located in Port Glasgow in the United Kingdom.
Isn't it? Future in hand.
However, it's not the artwork that has the TikToker recording, but rather the abandoned apartment nearby.
You see movement then?
The area is dark, yet as the TikToker shines his flashlight towards the building, we can see that the lower windows are all boarded up. They focus their light on the second floor as someone can be heard saying they saw something on the upper level. Watch what happens.
Move the light. Yo. Yo.
Ô, cara, tá maluco, velho.
The curtains that were slightly ajar are pulled aside, revealing a terrifying face. It's only visible for a split second, however it appears to be very pale and has pitch black eyes. It almost looks like it could be the mask of a horror movie villain. As the building appears to be abandoned, it's been suggested that the face might have belonged to a homeless person. However, if this is the case, how do you explain the creepy appearance?
Olha só, velho, não, cara do céu, olha isso, cara.
So who or what could have been lurking inside this abandoned apartment building? Was it just a squatter, or was it something a little more sinister? Let me know your theories in the comments down below.
Não dá pra identificar o que é.
YouTuber Tim Morozov is no stranger to exploring potentially haunted places. In this video, he has a particularly creepy encounter, one he'll likely never forget. He begins his stay in the old house by drawing a salt circle on the ground. This is done in an effort to protect him from any harmful entities that may be residing nearby.
Dizem que o sal aprisiona o espírito, né, dentro do círculo.
After he's set up his equipment, he attempts to contact any resident spirits by calling them out. Much to his surprise, a chair in the corner of the room almost immediately begins to move.
Olha só, velho. Olha isso, cara. Cara do céu, arremessou em cima dele, velho, o
A
negócio.
little while later, a pot on the floor begins to roll around. As he watches, it suddenly shatters into pieces.
Olha isso, cara. A xícara arremessando pra tudo quanto é lado. Olha isso.
With all this seeming paranormal activity happening around him, it isn't long before his equipment catches evidence of a strange figure. Take a look. We can see a vague, shadowy figure present in the room. However, the infrared camera shows it in even greater detail.
Cara, eu não tô vendo nada.
The figure appears again a few minutes later. Looks like a person draped in a cloak, yet as you can see, it has no heat signature whatsoever.
Cara do céu, parece que tá parado olhando pra ele, cara.
It hovers in one spot for a while, then begins to circle the OP, as if unable to cross the salt line that he drew on the floor earlier.
Olha só, velho. Olha ali. Olha isso, cara.
It seems that its protection is short-lived, however, as moments later an overhead camera shows an invisible force brushing away a small section of the salt circle.
Ah, cara, olha só. Tem furo ali, ó.
Suddenly, a strange rattling sound echoes through the room.
Então a proteção dele não deu certo.
Wisely, he decides to leave the house now that his protection is apparently broken. There's one final loud crash as he makes his way out just before the video comes to an abrupt end.
Olha isso, cara. Do lado do cara, tá em cima, olha só.
Has this YouTuber really captured video evidence of a ghost haunting the property? If so, it seems that he made it out just in time.
Cara, de alguma maneira aquele círculo de sal foi interrompido e ele perdeu a proteção. Tu é louco, cara. Meu
There's
Deus.
more than a few people who believe our entire reality might actually be some sort of simulation. It sounds crazy when you first hear it, yet more and more unexplainable events seem to be caught on camera every day. This video uploaded to YouTube by Falcon MD may just start to convince you. The short clip is supposedly an excerpt from a Eurovision TV broadcast in 1971. The camera moves away from the stage to pan over the audience as they applaud. Keep an eye on the woman in the white shirt.
Olhando batendo palma e de repente ela parou.
One moment she's clapping enthusiastically, the next she appears to be completely frozen, with her hands suspended in the air and a broad smile on her face.
Paralisou.
Viewers have many theories about the woman's strange behaviour. Some think she might have had an absence seizure, a medical occurrence in which the brain briefly stops functioning and the sufferer seems to be totally frozen in time. Others have a different idea. Some think that the woman saw herself on one of the camera monitors and was overcome with the thought of being on live TV. Despite these both being very plausible possibilities, some remain certain that she's frozen in time because of a glitch in the fabric of reality. So where do you stand on this theory? Are we all trapped in some sort of simulated world that could malfunction at any time? Or is there a more natural explanation for this strange behaviour? Let me know down below.
Tu é louco, velho.
If you're not convinced that spirits lurk in the cemetery, this footage from TikToker elkakui.tv might just change your mind. The camera holder is said to have heard a strange wailing sound as they were walking around. Possibly thinking it was someone in distress, they followed the noise. Take a look at what they captured on camera.
Cara, que imagem ruim, velho. Olha só, do nada, surgiu uma...
Watching that again, as the camera holder walks down a long hallway, we can see what looks like a dark shadow at the very end. As they get closer, the shadow seems to get larger.
Olha isso.
It appears as though it's actually a young boy in dark clothes.
Uma criança,
He straightens up and looks towards the camera with his pale face. Unfortunately, this is where the footage suddenly ends. Was this boy some kind of spirit wandering the cemetery? If not, then how does one explain that he seems to morph out of a shadow? Even if it were just an ordinary boy, what was he doing in the cemetery seemingly all alone? Whichever way you try to explain this bizarre footage, one thing's for sure, the situation is very creepy.
Tu é louco, velho.
These days, it's a popular pastime to take a video of yourself lip-syncing in the mirror and upload it to social media. However, in this case, TikToker winner GTA likely got a surprise after reviewing her footage. Take a look.
A mina foi gravar vídeo pro TikTok e pegou alguma coisa sem querer. Cara, uma criança, velho.
Watching that again as the young woman poses in front of the mirror singing, you can see something walk by in the bottom right-hand corner.
Ela tá na frente do espelho conversando ali,
At
tal,
first, it
interagindo
seems
com a
like it could be the
câmera.
head of a small child.
E nisso
Yeah,
passa
and if
uma
you take a
criança,
closer
cara,
look,
e ela
something
simplesmente
seems
some
off.
atrás da moça.
The head is large and bulbous and seems to move into view
E dá
as
pra
if
ver
it's
agora
floating.
no zoom que é transparente, olha só.
Another anomaly is that the head seems to disappear behind the TikToker.
Cara, então aí tu me diz, o que tu me
This
fala
is
num vídeo
certainly a
desse, cara?
perplexing piece of footage. We'll throw this one
Sabe,
out to you, the
as pessoas
viewers.
que
What do you
custam
think's been
acreditar nisso, o
captured
que me
here?
fala do
Love to
vídeo
hear your
desse?
theories on
Um
this
vídeo que
one
não
in the
tinha esse
comments down
propósito, cara. A
below.
mina tá gravando um vídeo pro TikTok, que não tem nada a ver com nada disso. Com nada sobrenatural, nada paranormal. Tá maluco, velho. Aí do nada passa uma criança ali.
Some believe
tá
that the
louco.
older a building is, the more likely it is to have a resident spirit. This footage, uploaded to YouTube by AN, was supposedly captured by a security guard during a shift in the old San Francisco Armory. Built in 1912, the armory served as a stronghold and rally point for the National Guard during the San Francisco General Strike of 1934, an incident that later became known as Bloody Thursday. Over the years, the building has seen many roles, including an entertainment and sporting venue, and more recently as home to an adult film company. With such a varied history, it's little wonder that the property is said to be haunted. In this video, we see the security guard as he makes his way through the facility. Alone at the time, he began recording after hearing what sounded like chairs moving in the lounge area. As he walks down a hallway, something strange happens. Take a look. The doors at the end of the hallway suddenly
Olha
swing
só, cara, a
open.
porta abriu.
This is what I'm talking about.
Spooked, the guard immediately leaves the area.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bro.
A later inspection
Guarda
shows that all
noturno.
windows were closed, eliminating the possibility that wind
Olha
had
só.
blown the doors open. So is the San Francisco Armory really haunted? Watch the clip again and judge for yourself.
Ele escutou barulho e foi lá ver. Olha só.
Oh, hell no. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bro. By myself.
E ele diz, olha a reação do cara, dizendo que ele tá sozinho, cara, que tá sozinho.
Have you ever heard of the back rooms? This video from Redditor EpicTC942 may give you a feel for what it's like to find yourself in this terrifying space. According to internet lore, the back rooms are a mysterious place where you may find yourself after clipping into an alternate reality. It's said to be a never-ending maze of hallways, all of which feature the same bland decor, mouldy yellow walls, wet carpets, and flickering fluorescent lights. You may discover new areas or even encounter terrifying creatures as you wander through miles of sameness, alone for eternity. When this Redditor moved into a new apartment building, they began to feel that they may have stumbled into this internet urban legend. The long, winding halls are dull and indistinguishable, with uneven floors and buzzing lights.
Parece hospital, cara.
As the Redditor takes different turns and even ventures to different levels, they're met with a startling sameness. There's nothing to distinguish one hall or one floor from another. At one point in the video, the poster even shows a doormat that reads, "Oh hello," a detail that they say is actually present on every level, 6 in total. This video was supposedly captured 2 weeks after they had moved in, and in that time they claim they've never seen another person in the entire building. So is this apartment building just a terribly designed, soulless piece of modern architecture? Or has this Redditor really stumbled into the back rooms?
Cara, esse eu não entendi, esse vídeo eu não entendi. Eu acho que esse vídeo ali ele estava querendo dizer que todos os corredores acabavam mudando conforme ele passava e pareciam todos iguais e no fim ele já estava em outro andar e tal. Mais ou menos que eu entendi, que o meu inglês também é péssimo, não entendo direito, mas eu acho que foi isso. Então pessoal, esse foi o vídeo de hoje, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostou, deixa o seu like, compartilhe esse vídeo com seus amigos aí, fortalece o nosso trampo, beleza? Até os próximos vídeos no canal, valeu!